In this module, we're going to cover the management resume. Most loan applicants are completely surprised to see a resume as part of the application, but you have to take into consideration the business loan, the lender, rather, has never met you before. They don't know that you have any experience in running this company or the company you're looking to buy or whatever the situation is. So they need to know that you and your team has the experience to run this business. So it's a really important document. Okay, and this is the resume we're going to go over today. So this resume is required for all 20% or greater owners, and then for the key managers and key employees that are just employees of the company, it's sometimes critical to get resumes for them as well. But it's definitely required for the 20% or greater owners. If you are buying another company, or you're doing a business expansion, or this is a startup business, you may want to add the other employees that are involved. Okay, so in this video, this is going to be broken up into two parts. This video we're going to do kind of an overview of the resume form, and then in another video we're going to cover it line by line to make sure you don't miss any of these documents. Okay, so here we go in the overview video. All right, up at the top is personal information. Obviously, this is just for one person. Don't fill it out with multiple people. I see that every so often. Just one person should be up here. Make sure you put place of birth. People miss that, and it's something that a lot of lenders need to know for their regulations. And then provide a cell phone number and an email address. Make sure people can get a hold of the key people involved in the transaction. Residence address, where you currently live, and then where you live previous to that. Sometimes you may have moved recently, and the credit report and what other documents we see may be a little bit different. So we want to see both those addresses on there. Down here, work experience, we want to put, most current place up at the top, and then farthest away. And if you've held lots of different positions at the bank or at the company you work for, you can highlight the different positions. But the key thing is to put the most current up front. And then the name of the company doesn't matter so much, but position title. One thing that, if you have a really technical title, that's something that a high schooler wouldn't understand, break it down, make it much more simpler, like operations manager or something like that, rather than a highly technical position. So that's that. Excuse me. Education. A lot of the most successful entrepreneurs barely have a high school diploma, so don't worry about this or don't get stressed out that you don't have a PhD in whatever. It could be a high school, it could be a middle school graduation, that's fine. Just put it here, and then obviously if your business is highly technical and you do need a PhD or certain licenses, you can put that down here, and licenses as well. Down at the bottom there's a series of questions, such as, are you currently employed by the U.S. government? Are you a citizen? U.S. citizens and permanent resident aliens can definitely get qualified. In some cases, if you have a green card, you can get qualified for SBA financing as well. Down here, lawsuits and bankruptcy. Lawsuits, if you were in a car accident, it is considered a lawsuit. So just give us an explanation of what's going on in that lawsuit. It could be very trivial, or it could be a big deal that we'll find in all the searches. Okay, a couple other documents that you need to, or questions you have at the bottom. Gambling. Have you used any other names? So it's common, people have gotten married, they've changed their name, they use a nickname on credit reports. So if you used any other names, make sure to list those on this form. Okay, now we're going to go to the second page, and I'll see you in a second. And we're back on page 2 of the management resume. So up at the top, you want to make sure you put your first and last name. If you're doing this form on a PDF on your computer, it should transfer these names over. Otherwise, just put your first and last name again. Okay. The key point of this second page of the application is transferable experience. A lot of applicants apply or fill out the resume as if they're applying for a job. This is not a job that you're applying for. You're applying to be the CEO, CFO, the key manager, board member of this company that you're applying for financing for. So we want to make sure that we cover transferable experience related to overseeing and managing this operation, and so that you have the experience to actually take it on and grow it to the next level. All right, up at the top, we've got technical business experience. Talk about any technical responsibilities of the business and how you meet those. Some businesses may not be very technical, but others definitely are, and you definitely want to key into that you have the relevant experience, or that you have someone on your team that does. Down here, management supervisory experience. Have you ever managed employees? So you managed them in a cleaning company, and now you're buying a landscaping company. So it's pretty simple. If you manage these, you can manage those. So definitely highlight that you have that management experience. Down here, education training. Do you need any specific training to run this business? Did you have to go to school to get degrees in certain things? Did you have to go to a technical school? Do you need any certificates? So highlight that you have the experience and the training to do this job, your job at the company, and then also make sure that for other technical areas and education requirements that someone on your team does have that experience. Achievements. Are there any achievements that you have attained that are relevant to running this business? Definitely put those down here. And then any other activities. What do you do in your regular life that could be beneficial to the organization? Are you involved in any charities or any groups or anything like that that will be relevant to and beneficial marketing, sales, stuff like that would bring business to your company? And then at the bottom, just make sure you sign and date. Again, this form is for all 20% or greater owners, and in many cases, key employees that are critical to running the business. So that's page 2 on the overview of the resume. In the other video, you'll see that we go a little bit more into depth on this. Thank you very much.